Here's the Excel version of this. I copied and pasted just directly into this the table from the Word document. You didn't have that. We'll try to get you the Word document or the data from here on out, because there's not much value in typing that data in there. This is the data, and for instance, if you wanted to graph this data, you just select it and you would insert a scatter chart, and we can put some points on there, and there it is. That's simple. Okay, so now look at how to calculate with this data. Let's say we wanted to find the total distance traveled. You could do it by finding the little incremental distances between each point. For instance, between this point and this point, there's a difference of 26 feet. There's a fairly straightforward way to do that. That is, you create a formula which always starts with an equals, and you'd say this cell minus this cell, enter, boom, 26 feet. Well, it turns out the next one's 18, and I need to calculate all those. And that's easy to do in Excel just by dragging this down here. There's all the interpoint distances, and you notice some of them are negative because that's where it's headed down. And the total distance traveled would be the sum of that, equals sum and hello, drag, get over there, over, drag these down and find the sum. There's your negative 100. That is, from the beginning time to the ending time, it actually dropped 100 feet. Since these are the sums of the sine distances, this is actually the displacement. If you wanted the total distance, then you'd have to do the same subtraction, but you'd have to wrap it in an absolute value sign so it made sure everything came out positive. Of course, that one is positive, but the rest of these also need to be positive, and I'll just bet if I drag this over here, it did. It summed up. This one summed up all of those. This one summed up all of the positive ones, and so the total distance traveled was 212 feet. If you'd like to play around with this, I'm posting this version of the spreadsheet online. And for instance, I've got the secant velocities and the secant speeds, that is the individual leg speeds and individual leg velocities, and adding them up and dividing by how many there are to come up with the average velocity and the average speed. If you want to see what the formulas look like for those, you can just click in one of these cells, and there's what the secant velocity cell looks like, and you can guess probably what the secant speed cell would look like. It looks pretty much the same. Actually, okay, I cheated. I put absolute value, wrapped it around this cell without recalculating it. But anyway, this Excel can be a very valuable tool for discrete data point problems like this, and it's probably easier to use than Mathematica or most other things.